All right, today we're going to talk about chord spelling, specifically tertian harmony. Tertian is just another word for third or in threes, and on the guitar, in our musical language, chords are built in thirds. There are two different kinds of thirds. One of those thirds is a major third, and the other is a minor third. So before we jump into how that sits on the guitar, let's just briefly review how the guitar is tuned, which I'm sure you know, but I'm going to just review it because it's important to this lesson. The guitar is tuned in fourths, with the exception of the G and the B strings, which is a major third. So when I say the guitar is tuned in fourths or perfect fourths, that I can demonstrate that like this. I'll start from the E and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And those are the first four notes of a major scale, in this case, E major scale, right? And there's our perfect fourth. And because the E and the A strings are tuned the same as the A and the D strings, meaning they're the same distance apart, we can do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect fourth, right? And the next string between D and G, next two strings, same deal, perfect fourth. Okay, and here is where it gets different between strings 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. There's a semitone difference in the tuning, right? So it's a semitone smaller. And then we're back to the same tuning between the B string and the E string. And again in fourth. So we're perfect fourth, perfect fourth, perfect fourth, major third, and perfect fourth. All right. Now, there's another word that you should probably know. Another two words, I'm sure you do, but I'm going to say them anyway. Tone is the distance of two frets. So, for example, from G to A is a tone, and from A to B is a tone. Okay, and semitones from let's say from G to A, and then A to B flat would be a semitone. All right, so tones and semitones. Two tones equal a major third. Two tones equal a major third. Check it out. There's two tones, and we can also play that like this. Play them harmonically or together, and that gives us a major third interval, a harmonic major third interval, meaning I'm playing them together. Let's do the same thing from a C note. I'm always going to end up with the same shape, if you will, and that's a major third as well. Major third. Major third, and then major third one more time. Or let's start from here. So as you can see, the major thirds look like this. You want to put that. On these two strings, the major third is going to be different, right? And then major third on top. So those are major thirds. When we play a triad, let's say a triad like, I'm sure you probably know this one, G, B, and D. You can see that there's my major third. Right, so a root position major chord, meaning that the root or the naming note is in the lowest voice. A root position major chord begins with a major third. Now, a root position minor chord begins with a minor third. Now, when I brought up the idea of tones and semitone before, a minor third is a tone plus a semitone, or it would be like this on adjacent strings. And it always is the same, right? And let's just go to here. And then back to. So in every case, a minor third looks like this because the tuning is the same on the bottom four strings, different on the strings 2 and 3, and then back. Minor thirds. Okay. So if we take a root position triad anywhere on the fretboard, a root position triad will begin with a major third, and a root position minor triad will begin with a minor third. Let's try a different root position triad. How about this one? Oh, how about this one here? Here's the major, and then in order to make that middle interval minor, I just drop it by a semitone. Major, minor, major, minor. Let's do one more. Major, root position major, root position minor. Remember, root position means root in the lowest voice, right? Major, minor, major, minor, major, minor. Okay? So that's a little bit of preamble for jumping into taking a look at minor triads up and down the fretboard, and more specifically a chord progression that's going to go from C to F minor to C, and so we'll jump into that. I'm going to shoot another video now. If you want to follow me along on this journey of spelling chords in tertian harmony and playing them across the fretboard, check out the next video as well. Thanks a lot, and see you soon.